hope everybody's doing well. I had a video last night, but it didn't record very well, so I will talk about the events of yesterday and the events of today, which were very few. Yesterday I decided to go off to the bins, but I had first wanted to go to Target, see what was going on at Target. I first went off to the Hot Wheels section. The Hot Wheels section I counted had only 16 basic Hot Wheels, and everything else was more or less wiped out. There was one Fast and Furious for I think 5 or 6. I don't remember the exact price there, but it was not one I was super familiar with. It was not one that I had wanted, so I left that behind and proceeded to the card aisle, or supposedly the card aisle. Not one iota of cars, you know, half the price tags were not on anything. There was big pallets of merchandise or whatever that were in the way of a lot of things. The Funko Pops were full, and there were some that were being discounted, but I didn't see anything that I had to have there. I was just not really into Funko Pops at the moment, and I just took a couple pictures just to see what was going on there, so I might show those at the end of the video if I can get to it. But yeah, they're pretty bare areas there, and it's possible that they have the cards at the information booth, but I don't want to bother people. I just hate asking people, like, where are the baseball cards, and then getting weird looks, because that's happened before. And then I've had people that would point me into some sort of obligatory general direction in the store, and then when I go that way there wasn't anything to look at. So I just really just said, you know what, but you could hear crickets. I mean, you could hear a pin drop in Target. It was that quiet. There were people there, but it was not very busy at all. So I decided to leave there, and I had wanted to go to the state surplus because a few days prior I had seen a mission style end table for $10, and there was a little bit of water staining or damage on the top there, and not you know, just in the finish damage. The wood itself wasn't damaged, and I had remembered that the furniture in the living room is all of that very high quality, and it has like these butterfly keys or whatever on the top of it. And it's not like this. This is like a cheap one that Amazon sells between $90 and $115. This little end table there, but it was a really high quality one, regardless of the damage. And I said, this is going to match everything. Unfortunately, it's a little of a light color, so it's slightly lighter than the furniture that's in the living room. But we did not have a matching table for the, and it's actually a little taller than everything, but so it's, I'm not sure if it was in a lobby or where it was, but again, the state used it somewhere, probably in some sort of, I don't want to say a break room, but some common area probably, you know, so a greeting room or whatever, and that's why there was a matching coffee table, or supposedly matching coffee table, but they tried to get me to buy that, but it was just, that would have just been too big, and it would have been in the way. But it's all nearly identical to what was like I said, the butterfly keys on the top of it, and I don't have that to show. That thing is heavy. I mean, it's not like the stuff you find at, you know, the Walmarts and Targets. It's very lightweight stuff that's made to, you know, in the style of. It's really well built. So it might even be the same company just that made that. It was just like a little lighter. It's very possible that it was a local office and somebody just bought that locally to have nice furniture in you know, the waiting room or wherever it would have been. I don't know. So I spent my $10 on that and got out of there. It was like pouring rain, so what can you do? The top was already damaged, and it just barely fit in the front seat. So then I headed out to the Goodwill bins, and I spent almost $20. I found a pair of pants in my size, so I grabbed those. Found some vintage t-shirts, which are being washed right now, using some of the recommendations online how to get stains out. It doesn't look like they worked at all, so I'm going to have to bite the bullet and get some sort of OxyClean and see if that works. I have an old shirt myself I was trying to wash with those, and it was a white shirt that turned yellow, and unfortunately I think that didn't come clean as well. So at least they're sanitized for the most part. You know, stains be darned, I guess. They might have lightened up a little bit in the spots. We'll see. But I'm pretty sure it looks like that I have done virtually nothing. So I don't have those to share with you. And then I picked up, so like I said, Amazon was typically $90 to $115, is what they said, for some sort of side chair table or whatever. But let's go back here. And I was looking at Moose Tiffany lamps here. And this is Dale Tiffany Wilderness table lamp here. I picked up one of these at the bins. Okay, it looks, from where I have it, it looks like it's all really cheaply made. But it's typically $140 to $259. So I thought that was really cool. And here it is. Hopefully the light will shine through it and you can see what I'm talking about, but you can see the light is shining through there. And it was barely even probably $4 because electrical is 79 cents a pound. So if this is like about a 4-pound lamp or so, it was probably not even $4 hardly. I don't know why somebody threw it back, but it was not broken. Maybe somebody thought they saw a flaw in it, but it's actually the way it's made, so heck yeah, I'll take that all day long. It's, again, a made in China lamp, so it might be not that exact same one on Amazon, but I got that for, that $20 price total. So I got 3 shirts, 2 or 3 t-shirts, a pair of jeans, and a lamp already in that stuff. And then I picked this up because I have a small collection going of old Chinese checkers boards here. And I did not have this one here, the original Star Checkers trademark register, so I don't know. There's all different kinds of these little logos and marks on here. A very, very lightweight piece of wood there. Very cool. And they don't take up a lot of space. I've got to find somewhere where I can display these, because I had these on the wall somewhere cascading down, and it almost looks like there was a pinhole there at some point. Like maybe somebody had it hanging at some point, but I can't tell. Unless that's just a ding or a mark there. I don't know. But I don't have a complete set of Chinese checkers marbles as far as I remember right now. Close, but anyway. That's really cool, People think they're going to be super heavy, but when you think about it, you do your math there, and it probably was about $2 for this, I'm guessing, because $2.79 a pound. So this is about a pound and something like that. Oh, it might have been $3. But still, if you go to an antique store there, this is going to be 15 or 20, and then it's going to sit there until they have some sort of 15% off sale, and then it might still set. It's really worth about $5 and no more than that, so I was happy to take that. Found a whole bunch of vintage pins. Most of them have already been sorted and dealt with. This one here is Devour a Poem from the 1990s. I don't know if it's from 92 or 97, somewhere in that particular time frame. This was for like some sort of I think it was National Book Week or something for April or something is what some of the pins said. Don't have the copyright date here exactly. But what I was going to do is I was going to try to track down the author. The author is English, and I found their contact information. So I might see if I can write to them and get a book plate for the dinosaur book. That's what that's from. I forget. Dinner with a Dinosaur, I think is what it's called, and I'll see if I can maybe get a book plate for that or request one there. I don't know how that works, but we'll see. I don't know. This is not the author that did the book. I forget what her name is. Tilly. Oh, I had written it down here. It's not here right now. But this was the artist for the book, so we'll see. They've done other art for other things, so we'll figure that one out shortly. And then I was looking at COMC, and I've noticed COMC is stale right now. It's not going anywhere. These headphones have to go here. It's not going anywhere. COMC is just stale. I've been going there periodically, back and forth, and I'm not seeing any of the cards I've been looking at moving. I mean, I'm sure there's cards that do move, but, it's not fair that COMC is, basically holds my cards ransom for a month or two until they finally decide to ship. I know people that are perpetually leaving their cards there because they're afraid that it's going to take them the entire year to ship it or something. People need to realize that, now is the time to probably get your cards out. So, as I said before, I will not be able to see any of my COMC cards until the end of February or early March. The two orders, it's not like, but the prices are so good for certain products and cards that I can't get off of eBay that I have to do that. It's not like I want to buy these golf cards at, $2 a piece, so I much rather buy them at 27 or 28 cents a piece. And many of those are not even on eBay because they're EPAC exclusives that floated through COMC. So, unfortunately, that's how I have to get those cards and nothing I can do about it. I know I supposedly could do, like, there's an upcharge for a larger shipping, but it used to be, I think, $15, and now I think it's more. I don't really know. And speaking of shipping, this really bothered me the other day because Wednesday I had a package that was supposed to arrive. And all points relating it was going to be here, is going to be here. And then I got my 2 TTMs on Wednesday, I believe it was when I got those. And then there was nothing else in the box. So like, well, where? I had to look at the porch and check everything else. There was nothing in the box. And then after that day, because it said it was still arriving between X amount of time and 9 o'clock, and it never did. So Thursday came along, and I got a message saying that my thing is arriving to its next destination. It couldn't tell me what destination it was. So it's probably some ridiculous eBay tracking number, I don't know. But again, I'm still worried about this package here. And then today it's saying the same thing. Right now it is almost 1 o'clock. I just checked the mail at just after 12:30 because mail usually gets here at 11, and there was then nothing in the box at 12:30. So I don't know what in the world is going on with mail. It's very frustrating because, again, this is a mail day centric channel, and I don't have anything for the mail day like the ComCs or any autographs to share with you. Then I probably really shouldn't have any business making a video, because just talking about absolutely nothing. Then I picked up a few postcards here, empanadas and tamales recipe postcards, and they are actual postcards there. Should not be picking up postcards because I can't even make a dent on the ones that I use, but it's alright. This one's kind of cool. We all signed our names in this card, and too bad we're not famous ball players, or this would be quite valuable. Sorry. Anyway, happy birthday, so I thought that was pretty cool. So I'll use that for someone or some occasion. Got the Chevrolet patch here. A vintage, like late 70s, early 80s Chevrolet patch there. The Chevy, I forget what it's called, the old Classic or whatever, Custom Classic, I think is what that is. I think it was basically designed for a jacket. I don't think it was ever on a hat because it's pretty mint condition. Somebody laid it on the side of one of the bins and just let it sit there, and that was cool to find that. I picked up a book here. Again, this is all for that $20 price, and I had a bag of little knickknacks and tchotchkes. I also got a plug for a lamp that I needed. I also found this little crystal lighthouse decoration thing here. I found a ring that's somewhere in a bag here that actually might be gold, but I found this ring here. It's got some markings, but it doesn't have any gold markings on it. And then these are from previous trips here. I think these are sterling silver. I'm not sure, but I'm going to go get those checked out maybe next week and see if I have a little extra spending dollars. And then Dragon Slayer, the storybook based on the movie. So if you don't know anything about the Goodwill bins here, which I've mentioned numerous times before, a good portion of it's merchandise that didn't sell at the main stores, and then or it got broken or damaged, or it was donated, and nobody wanted it. Maybe they tried to sell it online, because this one says Goodwill Books on it, so it was set up at some Goodwill bookstore and didn't sell for $3, which is an okay price for this book here. This is from 1981, I believe. I never have seen really the movie Dragon Slayer. If I have, I haven't seen it in its entirety or for a very long time. There's a damaged spot right there, which can be probably glued, and I think there's a damage there. But again, it's a kid's book, and it survived in really good condition. But trying to get that sticker off there is like trying to break into Fort Knox. Something bad's going to happen. And but again, but the rest of the merchandise is direct donations that don't always make it to the main stores. So people donate direct there. They take the nicest stuff there and take it away and ship it off to other stores and ship it off to Portland or send it off to their internet sites. One thing I've also noticed, there's like a fraction of the furniture is there, and then rarely any pictures or paintings that are coming out, so that's always, bare. And they've been going through the merchandise after it's been set up there. In fact, they had employees going through the merchandise during the rotations, and when the rotations had quieted down, pulling out things that shouldn't have made it out to the showroom floor. But they're doing that behind the scenes. So the amount of stuff that's coming out is a lot less, and also anything that's high quality or interesting barely even makes it. How those earrings and the pendant and the ring missed the cut, because those are things that would generally be in the glass case or be shipped off to their eBay site. So there are still some opportunities, but very, very small. And I've noticed that the crowds of people at certain times of the day or whatever have gotten a lot smaller. There was empty spots in the parking lot because people found out that it was being cherry-picked even further. So, I'm watching these other people all across the United States finding all kinds of amazing stuff in their Goodwill bin stores. And this one is one of the most expensive stores and one of the most cherry-picked stores. I will not buy DVDs and CDs for them. Everybody else that I know is cheaper. They're always $1 or less. One store is now 25 cents because they can't get rid of them fast enough. And they have been sitting on these 25-cent CDs for at least a month or two right now. And then Goodwill has the audacity to sell them for $1.29. And then there's something like $2.29 per disc on DVDs. And then, but I will say that they have a good fair deal when they get the movie sets in, the television sets, because they don't sell. And then they get marked down to $2. And then it's nice to have those when they're $2. But for any other movie, it's $2.29 per disc. And that kids book I bought was 50 cents. The John Wayne book I may have shown, I don't know if I've shown that in the previous video, that John Wayne book was $2.79. So very few books. In fact, I live near a spot where there's free books. And those free books will sit there all week. Weeks and weeks and weeks. It doesn't matter what they are. Most people are not even taking the books for free. So if you're charging $2.79, you basically limit your customers, and there's tens of thousands of books that show up at the Goodwill bins every single day. Because people, A, forgot how to read, and they don't have room for them, they don't want them, and books just are the first things that go when you move. It's like, oh, I don't need these old books, because I can get all my information on the internet for free. Why should I have this Dragon Slayer book? It's just much easier to watch a video about the movie, and then there I'm done. So, that's pretty much what I have for today. Again, unfortunately, not any mail yet. And I did mention that COMC is very stale right now. I've been looking up all kinds of different things. Basketball, you watch somebody's video and you see basketball autographs, and I see those, and looking at other set build cards and other things, and I don't know. I'm just kind of at a loss right now because there's nothing fresh coming up. And again, I went to Target to see if there were physically any 2024 baseball cards. I'll have to look and see. Maybe they're not out yet for the regular consumer right now. I don't know, but I didn't feel like spending $174 on a blaster box, or whatever you call it, not a blaster box, cello box, or whatever you call it, whatever those, not hanger packs, you know what I mean, jumbo, I think it's a jumbo box, and it's like $175 for a box or something ridiculous like that, for just basic, tops, that's just ridiculous. I think, I don't know, if I had seen those in the store and they were $5 a booster or whatever, $8 a booster, that would be my type of thing. But there's just no way I can build a set. Somebody told me that the set building possibilities for this set this year, I don't remember if there are more cards or less cards, but the set building possibilities are absolutely zero, unless you're made out of money. If so I guess that was my cue to end the video. Hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.